Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for calling this video and making yourself a priority. I am Denise. Happy Saturday. And Saturday here is my weekly weigh-in and the Weight Watchers meeting topic du jour. Yep, it's Saturday, or it is a holiday weekend. It is Labor Day weekend. Don't know when you get to see this, but this is Saturday of Labor Day weekend. I said it's September 2nd. Happy September. Oh my goodness, that's right. Where did June, July, and August go? I think they're the fastest months of the whole year. Not that I'm complaining, because I am not a summer girl. I prefer fall. So it's a crisp morning here. I'm a little chilly. The deck's a little damp. But yeah, it's a little chilly. But I'm here with my cup of tea. We're going to go over the Weight Watchers weekly meeting topic, my weigh-in. And normally I do the Weight Watchers, your weight loss questions I put in my group, my Facebook group, Dish with D's Crew, and I apparently forgot to do that yesterday. So there will be no questions today, but we're going to talk about something else afterwards, so I'll get to that. Okay, Dee, enough chit-chat. How was the scale? Now, let's rewind the tape, as Weight Watchers likes us to do. How was your week? My week was decent. Was it great? No. My weekend was horrific. Saturday I went out and I indulged a little too much. Even me. And I say this to you all the time. Don't do the weigh-in day binge. Not that I binged. I just ate too much at dinner. Basically, that's what it was. I ate too much at dinner. I ordered this. It was a meat fest. Honestly, when I think about it, it wasn't that bad in choices. It was just a lot. You know, even a lot of a good choice is not a good option. Because I had some grilled chicken, some grilled steak. There was some pork. There were some tortillas involved. There were some chips involved. There was some guac involved. Yeah. And I had a bellyache the next day. I did not feel well at all. I had a horrible day on Sunday. I felt bad it was almost like a crampy thing. So I knew that I ate too much. And there was some Mexican rice and beans involved too. Because, you know, if I'm going Mexican, there's going to be chips involved. As hard as that, well, there actually wasn't as many. Oh, I'm lying. There was. I'm thinking they don't give you a lot of chips and salsa at this place. But we ordered the guac and it came with a basket of chips. So I'm thinking, how did I eat chips? I dove head first into a bowl of chips. They were homemade chips. And honestly, they were well worth it. Yeah, I mean, were they worth the agony the next day? Not really. But had I not had that stomach pain, I said they were worth it. So yeah, I didn't have the best weekend, you know, and the week was okay. The week wasn't great. I was eating a little bit more this week. I noticed a lot more heavier snacks. I had a lot more protein bars this weekend and a couple protein drinks, which I don't normally have that often. And I did indulge several times this week. I'm like, well, I did a lot of tastings, and the sad part was I kept finishing the bar I was tasting. And Peter's like, I thought I was going to finish it. I'm like, oh, I ate it. But all that being said, I was down 0.2. Yeah. See, a bad weekend doesn't have to result in a bad weigh-in. Proof positive. Shock it all. I pulled it in. One day is not going to mess you up. You know, you just got to get that back on track. So, yeah. Good for me. I know. It was 3.5 minutes in this. I finally got it out. Sometimes I cacillon, you know. So let's get to the meeting topic. I let the dog in. How to disrupt emotional eating in just 5 minutes. I am not an emotional eater. I can't say that now that I think about it, because I'm not a sad eater. I'm a happy eater. I eat for joy. I eat of happiness, and happiness is an emotion. So yeah, I guess I'm an emotional eater. I never really thought about that. But yeah, I eat out of joy. I don't eat out of sadness. When I'm sad or upset, I don't eat. But when things are good, then I do eat. Yeah, it is what it is. So let's see what they have to say. Oh, maybe if I hit it, it'll go to the thing. Oh. All right, Beth Jane is back. Tend to eat when stressed, bummed out, or mad. It's normal. What about happy? Happy's an emotion. They didn't say that. And you can change it. Pay attention to the next time the urge strikes and follow these steps. And it makes sense because it's telling you to stop. Try to stop and let the emotion pass. Sometimes, like, if you're in that height of emotion, you just want to grab it. So they're telling you basically to stop. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Do whatever you like to commit to waiting before you decide to reach for the food. All right, timer goes off. Check with yourself when the timer goes off. Notice how you feel. You no longer want to eat? Cool, carry on with the rest of your day. You still have that urge. Could you do something else to manage your emotions, like talk, walk, or calling a friend? Yes, I think that will work. No, I don't think so. It's okay. Grab that snack. And sometimes, here's the thing. If you're an emotional eater, that's a pattern we've developed over the years. And it's not like it's 2, 3, 4 years. It's a lifetime of doing this. So this is not going to happen overnight if you try these techniques. I definitely suggest trying them, but also know if you do still grab for that snack, you're not a failure, because it's a lifetime of a bad habit. Maybe instead of trying not to eat, we could try to make a better choice when eating. Maybe have hummus and veggies. I know we want cake and salt. I know that. I'm trying to throw a positive spin. Or maybe have one of my mug cakes that are 4 or 5 points, which honestly is not going to kill you. It's a one and done. So maybe making that for that 5 minutes will help you, because honestly, it's hard to change a habit that's lifelong overnight. So maybe if we could control what we eat, I would definitely say 5, try the technique. Sure I would. But if you, again, going to that, didn't help 5 minutes, I still want that snack. Try to gravitate towards a better choice snack. An apple with peanut butter. It's got that savoriness. Add a little salt on top. Banana with peanut butter. Hummus and veggies. One of Denise's mug cakes, because I do make several and they're easy, and most of them cook in the microwave, so they're going to be in and out. The whoopie pie, if you want a little cream in there, a couple tablespoons of whipped cream on a 3 or 4 point cake is not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt your journey. Don't act like food is going to kill you. It's the type of foods that we eat that hurt us, not food in general. We like to blame food because it's always food's fault, but it's not. It's the choices that we make. So if you can make a better food choice in that stress moment, maybe it won't be that detrimental. Now, don't be making 2 and 3 mug cakes. I didn't say that. But sometimes we need that comfort. And sometimes that's the only comfort we have. I can't sit here and tell you to, go do something else when that's all you have. Food is your friend. Food is sometimes our comfort, our joy, our sorrow, our happiness. It's everything to some people. And we have to wean ourselves away from that. We just can't go, no, I'm not doing it. And then you have nothing. And then what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't want you hurting yourself over because you didn't have that cupcake. It's not worth it sometimes. Reflect on what you've learned. Did the urge to eat change as time passed? Is there another solution you could try and manage your emotions next time? Emotions, we're human. We're emotional creatures. We live and thrive on emotion. That's just how we're built. I wish it were, I wish I could be that cold-hearted. What was that Paula Abdul song? She's a cold-hearted. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing. But I wish we all were cold-hearted, where we didn't feel, we didn't do this. We just went through life like we'd be a robot, though. And we live on emotions: happiness, sadness, fear. There's things that we go through every day, and we have to learn how to manage them. We cope with food. Food is a coping mechanism. It is how we cope. Sometimes, when we have these emotional times and we go to the food and we eat it, then we feel guilty. We're still sad and upset. We still have that, and now we're guilty because we ate something we didn't plan, didn't have the points for, and really shouldn't have had. So then we have that guilt added on top of that, so that just makes us spiral out. And I don't want to see you spiral. Try to make a better choice. I had a leader, Mary Lou, always used to say, stress doesn't cause you to eat. Eating is your reaction to stress. So it's a cause and effect. Stress does cause you to eat. It's a cause and effect. The cause, the effect. Yes, there is. The only way eating is a reaction to everything. So crying is a reaction. So there's always a cause. There's always an effect. So her statement was kind of like almost basically saying stress is not the reason you eat. It is the reason we eat. It is the reason that you go. It is a cause, is the stress, and the effect is we eat. That's how life goes. There's always a cause and an effect. We have to maybe change the effect maybe to something. Yes, we're eating, but we're eating something that's a little bit better. It's not that store-bought Entenmann's Danish. It's not that bakery roll. It's not pecan tarts. It's not big old cookies that are this big. It's something that we can control the severity of it until we can get it under control completely, because basically it's like you're taking baby steps. Like we're trying to lose weight, we're trying to do same thing with our emotions. We have to stress level it down. We have to figure out to titrate it down to where you don't even need the food eventually. To sit there and say, just don't have it, do something else, is kind of, for people who've been doing it for 25 to 35 to 45 years, that's a hard one. You can't just flip a switch and say, okay, I'm not going to eat. I'm just not going to do it. You have to. I'm trying to get you to titrate it down towards something that's not that detrimental. But that's my philosophy, and you might have a different one. You know? Let's dive a little deeper. Maybe your snack on chips with stress or ice cream is your go-to for when you're feeling blue. Whatever you reach for, emotional eating is incredibly common and for many a habit like any other. Your response to a feeling by eating, like Mary said, your response by eating over time is becoming automatic, just something to do without thinking. It's like anything. Like, how many times do you walk by something and you just grab it because it's there? Because that's what you've always done. So we have to basically retrain our behaviors. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So to break the habit, give yourself time to think. That's the waiting a few minutes does. It deactivates the autopilot so you can consider your options and respond in an emotion more intentionally. Whether you scroll TikTok, what are your plans, or yes, even eat. I say scrolling TikTok, it's a black hole. Instagram, black hole. I mean, that's why I do Netflix, black hole. Because sometimes, there's sometimes I want something. So if I put myself in a situation where I'm watching something, I get involved in it and I forget about that I actually wanted to eat. In other words, you may still decide to snack when the timer goes off. That's okay. Make your initial goal to simply be more aware of the unhelpful habit. The first steps to eventually replacing it with one that supports your goals, an important skill of your journey. Yeah, definitely it's getting you to think. Think. You know, we don't think, we just do. They're wanting us to think. We haven't thinked in a long time, but we have to sit there and we have to think. I know it's a lot for some people because, all right, 3 fast facts. Worrying about the past or what might happen in the future often causes stress. When feeling stressed, you're most likely to overeat. Pausing to anchor your thoughts in the present moment can help you reduce your body's response to stress. Yep. It's pausing and reflecting month. So everything's going to be about stop and think. Some of us are too stinking busy to stop and think. That's the problem. We live a busy lifestyle. Oh my God, I don't have time to stop and think. Really? I wish I don't have time to pee, let alone stopping and thinking. But we have to take time. And that's why I always talk about, do something nice for yourself. Do take care of you, because these are the reasons we eat. We eat because we're stressed, or eat because we don't think. We just eat because it's easy to grab and go. We need to stop, take time for ourselves. Everybody else is going to have to wait. You're going to have to maybe lay down these rules to your family. Like, hey, you know what? I need 5 minutes. Just get out of my face, because we're wives, we're mothers, we're friends, we're employers, employees, we're everything. And I think, just my opinion, of course, I think the woman is got more on her plate than anybody. Yes, sometimes the man's the big breadwinner in the home and the woman's just a secondary breadwinner, but sometimes she's worrying about her job, her kids, her husband, her dog, and her home. And husband's usually just worrying about his job, and he lets her worry about everything else. So I think we carry the burden of a lot of things, which is a lot of pressure. So we tend to be so busy. I think we need to start taking time out of the day for some us time, me time. Nothing wrong with that. So that's something to think about. I hope they talk about that. We'll talk about that too. And what is the thing I want to talk about? We are having a challenge here. Falling into better behaviors is what I'm calling it, because behaviorals, habits are something we need to work on. Yep, it's a behavior, and we have to work on it. We have to hopefully retrain ourselves to make better choices, to stop and think about things, to really put our life in perspective. So I am hosting a challenge here on Dish with D. You're all willing to participate now. What do I have to do, D? Where do I sign up? You don't sign up anywhere. I will put tomorrow, Sunday, a post with, I'm going to have a, hopefully it'll print, I'll post in there, but if not, you can always email me. I'm going to post a PDF, hopefully weekly. I want to do fun little PDFs if I can. I'm not quite that creative, but I'm trying. Tomorrow's going to be the big PDF. It's going to have all 10 weeks on there. It is a 10-week challenge. And I have little things you could fill in if you wanted to. Like, each week is going to be something different, something to work on. They're not really hard. They're very, very easy. And some of them are really easy. But each week you're going to have a week to do this. And then the following week, we're going to do it again. And then you're going to build on it. So you're going to be able to count 30 times for each one, even though it's going to go more than a month, obviously, because 10 and, there's more than 10 weeks, right? And there's more than, so you might have to print up 2 PDFs, but I am trying to get some positive changes in our lives, make better choices, stop and think about some of the things we do, retrain ourselves to make better habits, make better, we just tend not to take time out. And there's one week in there that's just for us, just to take care of us, pamper ourselves, because we don't do that. We don't do that. We do not sit there and take 5 minutes, let alone an hour, for our self-care. And self-care could be sitting alone in a room and doing absolutely nothing. Because sometimes we don't have time to do that. So if you're up for a challenge, if you're up to some change, we've had a summer, maybe you've taken too many liberties this summer. No harm in that. You're human. It's summer. It's a laid back time. Don't, and I always think we punish ourselves when we gain weight. Like, oh, I can't believe I gained weight. Everybody gains weight. Why is it we punish ourselves and we think so less of ourselves because we do it? The challenge is not letting that weight stick on there, is to get it off as soon as it comes back on. Like the holidays. Like I allow myself the 3 to 5 pound gain over Christmas holidays, because there's foods there that I want to eat and they're not the greatest choices. And yeah, I'm probably going to put a few pounds on, and guess what? It's okay. So we want to bounce back from that mentality. That's diet mentality. We're not allowed to gain weight. Oh my gosh, I'm a failure if I gain a pound or 2 this week. Sometimes you have weeks where you gain weight. You don't lose every week. I'll put that out there, and I will, lay my Dish with D name on that. You don't lose every week, especially towards the end of the last few pounds you have to lose. It's very difficult to have multiple weeks of loss because it's lifestyle. And lifestyle, you take liberties. You do. Diet, you don't. If you're on a diet, you are not taking any liberties. You are smack dab, balls to the wall. You're going to do this. That's diet mentality, where you don't allow yourself to have a little freedom. You know what, people? Life is short. I'm 57 years old. I'm not going to turn down an invitation to go somewhere. I'm not going to turn down a little piece of somebody's dessert when I'm out because, I'm on Weight Watchers. I can't have that this week. You know what? No, I can't have a humongous piece, but I can have a piece. And that's what I'm trying to teach you all. And it's hard because we've had this mental picture of how it's supposed to be, and we're spinning our wheels and we're not living. And I don't want to see you sitting there stuck in that hamster wheel of just constantly when you're letting life passing us by. It's 2023. Wasn't it just 2020? Weren't we just locked down? Now it's 2023. Where are you at? Are you where you want to be? I don't think so. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm better where I was, and I've got a really good mindset. So if you need a mindset boost, if you need something that's going to just make you stop and think, this challenge is for you. It's very simple. It's very easy. It's not complicated, because guess what? Life should not be complicated. Our journey should not be complicated. Because why? Because we got more in life than our weight loss journey. Some of us have jobs. Some of us have families. Some of us have dogs. We have more in our lives than just what we're eating. That's a drop the mic, because you can't make your journey all encompassing your life, because life is here. You have friends, you have family, you have kids, you have responsibilities. This is just such a small part, but we make it such a big part because we're so self-obsessed with it. And I think the more self-obsessed, the more it's just not happening. We need to put it to its place, take care of things, do what we need to do, follow some simple instructions, do our plan, have setbacks occasionally, because you know what, it happens. Don't punish yourself. You're not a bad person because you had to get a setback. You're not a bad person because you had to gain. Your way, normal person. So let me be the first one to tell you that you're normal. Now, don't make it a habit. Don't be sitting there using it as an excuse like, well, do you say I'm normal because no. I've talked to people, and I've reamed a few people out. Yeah, I have. Because they message me, and we talk, and I said, you're not trying. You're not trying. And I know that because I can tell by, I had this one person, she focused on her cheat day. I said, you're more focused on your cheat day than you are on the whole other days of the week, where you should be thinking more about those days. So to me, you're not committed to the journey. You're not committed to the lifestyle. All you're thinking about is, when can I pork out? When can I pig out and eat what I want? You can eat what you want every day. You just can't eat out all of it. Yeah, you could have everything is on the menu, just not a lot. read your portion size, stick to serving sizes, and you can eat. You know what? I really wanted that, but you can have it. Wouldn't you rather have some of something than none of something? We have to change that mindset of all or nothing. And that's my key. That's the hard one, because some of us are all or nothing. And that's up here. And I have to get into your head, which I've gotten a few people said. And I have to, turn that switch off, because it's not about all or nothing. There is gray area in life, and we need to find that gray area. So if that is something you need, hit that subscribe button, share our channel, invite your friends to join. It's simple, it's easy. We have nightly chats on here on YouTube, and we'll talk about what, the challenges each night. It's a very loosely based chat. We'll go live Tuesday night. Will be our kickoff on here on YouTube, because it's after the holiday. Like I said, I'm kicking off tomorrow. If you're enjoying the holidays, I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to. That's the day I have time to upload. So that's the day I'm uploading. So you can start whenever you want. Each week, like I said, it's very simple, very easy, and we're going to share. There's a lot of sharing going on. There's going to be one week where it's every day I want you to look up a new recipe. You don't have to make it. I want you to look it up. Each day, spend 5 minutes. Like I said, the challenge is very simple. And you find a new recipe you want to make. And then share it in the group with somebody. Say, hey, I found this one. I want to make this. And somebody say, oh, that's kind of this way. Everybody gets new ideas. And the Facebook group is Dish with Dee's Crew. If you don't do Facebook, everything is on there. It's just an easier platform. I mean, we could share here in the chats, but it's just a little bit harder, so much easier on Facebook. So I say create a Facebook file that nobody knows about and join secretly. I've had people do that, just so you know. I totally get it. I get Facebook. I do. I'm not a huge fan of Facebook. I think it's not the best place, but for the group's purposes, it's the best place. So I spend most of my time on Facebook in my Facebook group. So I get it. So that is it for me today. Down point 2. Extremely excited. We have a holiday weekend coming up here. I have a barbecue tomorrow. Else, and I have a barbecue home on Monday. So I don't expect anything dramatic. I will make the best choices I can. And, sometimes when I'm out, if I feel like I'm going to struggle, I tell the people I'm with that I need help. And my husband's understanding, my kids, like, make sure I don't take that. Could you please push that bowl over there? Because sometimes I automatically reach for something. We were at a graduation party back in June, and I was doing really well with my choices that I got. And we're sitting there, and there was Doritos on the table. Let's just say it didn't end well that night, because, I should have told somebody to remove them, and I didn't. Yeah, it is what it is at this point. Yeah, live and learn. I think I still had a good week, though. I think because that was Friday. I think I reined it in, because I got weighed that morning. Sometimes I know if we're going on a Friday night, I'll get weighed on Friday morning. Today early, it doesn't really matter. God, frog in the throat. It's not going to affect me having a day early, but it's more of peace of mind sometimes that I would feel like, because I don't eat late at night. See, there was the thing. The party was at 7. I don't eat at 7. I eat at 5. So that's 2 hours later. You're at somebody's house. I did have an adult beverage that night too. So I didn't want to have to eat that and have that guilt. Like, I have to get weighed tomorrow. And that's no way to have a good time. It's not. So what'd I do? I got weighed the day before. Is that trickery? Not really. It's just, it made me relax. Did I overeat? No. Other than the Doritos, I had a good night. Other than the Dorito debacle, I had a good night. And it wasn't that many Doritos. This is more than I should have had. Because let's face it, the bowl was not that big. But it was just more than I should have had. But yes. So again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know how your week went in the comment section below. Did you lose? Did you gain? Did you stay the same? Did you not get weighed? Because not everybody gets weighed. I get that. Like I said, we're kicking off tomorrow for the fall challenge. And like I said, if you know anybody that could benefit from that challenge, share the video tomorrow. Invite them to join the challenge. And if you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Join us here at Dish with D. It helps out my channel. It helps out when you subscribe, when you comment, when you thumbs up. It helps out the algorithm with YouTube. So that's why a lot of YouTube people say, like, subscribe, comment, because it does help us out. An algorithm is something when you see interaction with a channel. And the more interaction we have, the more YouTube shares us with bigger channels. It broadens our audience, and we need to have more people in the challenge because we want to help everyone. So I will dish with you tomorrow for the kickoff video. Have a great rest of your day, and we will dish tomorrow. Bye, my lovelies.